Yep. Hey, I was right. Like if you skip ahead, if you skip ahead a little bit, Hercules basically wrecks everything by driving the sun too close to the Earth. I would also like to note the sun is not actually that small, but obviously the sun isn't that small.
Well, is it that small to Greeks?
Yeah, that's fair. Obviously, the muses are still the best thing about both the movie and the show.
they
Obviously,
they are
just
wonderful.
every single time. They are the best.
They're suffering too.
You mean the whole world's in a powerful funk and they're all
Okay, that
feeling
was clever.
down
If
in
you
the
look at 11, so this is actually really clever. This is actually really clever. So
Oh
the
yeah.
people who have their clothes ripped off, the statues they're emulating are, of course. So obviously, the woman in the middle is doing the birth of Aphrodite pose. The man is doing the statue of David pose, and I'm not sure what the couple are referencing because I don't know every single statue in the universe, but I think it's Clabos in Britain, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, everybody was miserable. Well, not everybody.
I have no idea why this man has a Scottish act, has an Irish, yeah, no, Scottish. Yeah, I was right the first time. Has a Scottish accent in ancient Greece, the big barbarian dude. No clue. Don't ask me. I'm just here.
This is the afterlife.
Look at all this stuff! Oh, I feel like a kid in a candy store!
The wild part is they refer to them as vandals, but the vandals would not exist for another couple hundred years, and the vandals would be Germanic, not Scottish, unless they mean vandal as in the modern meaning of the word vandal as in destroy, as in destroyer. In which case, I'm being overly literal and I should shut up.
stores that haven't been looted over there.
Oh yeah, this is what they talked about before when Hercules takes the sun to the brings the sun to the underworld. This is the feat that a lot of power scalers use to make Disney's Hercules star level when he carries the sun out of the underworld. But this is not a very good feat to prove he's star level because the sun is so small in this series, as we mentioned before. That's just me. That's just me addressing the power scaling audience. Y'all know who you are.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
scaling Greek mythology in general is probably
A headache.
just the way they do size in cosmology.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I'll
So obviously the lesson of this
Episode.
the lesson of this episode is obviously, hey, you need to learn how to take responsibility for your actions. I also noticed that they're using Roman numerals on the scoreboard. If you look at it, in Greece. So
Oh
it
yeah, I
feels
see
like
that.
so it feels like Disney is just combining Greece and Rome, which again makes sense because they're using Hercules' Roman name, Hercules, instead of his Greek name, Heracles. So I guess they just didn't care to distinguish between the two. It was like, the Toga people. Yeah, it's just easier. Not everybody's a big myth nut like me.
Though I wouldn't
Get sun back in
that
sky.
at all in terms of feats. Hercules pulling up the sun physically
It's pretty cool. Like we don't know what it means in terms of feet,
Time
but
to
it is
figure out
just
game
pretty
now. Oh, but
gangsta.
wait, who decides? Hey, the deciding vote. Why, let's see. It's Apollo, god of the blank.
I am very confused about how they just stuffed the sun into a volcano to try to shoot it back into the sky.
Really?
And yeah, 1850
More than 10
to
seconds before the whole thing blew sky high, baby! That's what I'm counting on!
Okay, I'm
1850
give you
to
what?
1950, they just
You gotta vote.
stuffed the sun into a volcano and have the sun shot back into the sky.
7, 6,
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like
four, three,
that's not how that works. All right.
I, Apollo, must regretfully cast my vote
Again with the regretfully. What am I, that bad a guy?
for the new.
That's honestly something I would see Bugs Bunny saying, that's a little much. That's a
Yeah.
little much on the
All right.
cartoon
So
physics.
yeah. So hold on. This is my last comment because like I said, I have to go. This is
Mhm.
my last comment.
Okay.
1239 to 1244. Hades calls himself Zeus's baby brother.
Uh-oh. That's a no.
No. No. No. No. No. No. No. Hades is the eldest child. He's the first son of Hercules. Zeus is the youngest. Every single origin of the Greek gods establishes that Zeus is the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to purposefully choose to ignore that for him to say that.
That is a retcon. That's a, that's,
Oh yeah,
or it might be changed
that
in like
is
episode 25.
right.
Also
So I
true.
think so. Yeah, either that or Disney's just like we don't care.
That also could be it.
Yeah, or maybe they decided it would look better if Zeus was the oldest since they gave Zeus the old man beard. For you power scalers, the episode ends on a really good durability feat for Hades. He gets blasted with Zeus's lightning and shot off Olympus back to the underworld. And he survives that. So I guess if you power scalers want to power scale that, there you go. Love you guys. Even if I bully you. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, first episode, really interesting ideas. Not a major fan of some of the retcons to Greek mythology that they have, some of the inaccuracies, but I do like how some of these references are really obscure and that kids would not catch. So for all the inaccuracies, they do at least have a couple of good educational moments.
It is really nice that they did try because I was worried they might not actually be.
Mhm. Yeah, because it would have been really easy for them to not try at all. But like the statue references and the color coding and the designs of the Greek gods tell me that they at least put some thought into it. Because in Greek mythology, it's kind of ambiguous about how big gods are at any given time. Because the way Greek mythology treats it is, if you consider the myth of Dionysus's mother and how she asked to see Zeus's true form, uh, it appears like the gods' humanoid forms aren't actually their true forms, but just something they shove themselves into and interact with humans. But again, how big or small those humanoid forms are is kind of hinky. We don't.
It's set to
It
interpretation, as far as we
varies.
know.
Yeah, it varies. All right, but other than that, thank you so much for letting me be here today. I had a lot of fun,
Anytime.
especially e- especially reviewing a show from my childhood. We should do this again sometime.
Absolutely. This was fun.
All right, I will catch you next time. Later days.
Later.